Yes, I think the strategy of Israel, it's according to response from the Yemen Houthi, what they are doing is launching missiles against Israel. So the Israeli, that response is like accumulation. It's started and gradually to attack, first of all, Hodeidah, and after that, some ports. And today, 100 aircraft base, that's bombed Sana'a and also the airport, and also some the petroleum center and the energy. So we could see that the Israeli now is gradually increasing the attacking of Yemen, and especially also Houthi. Now they are thinking to attack and to assassinate some of the leaders of Yemen, of the Houthi. And I think this is side the Ministry of Defense, and also also Netanyahu and the head of the IDF. This is
Let me hear,
uh, res-
before we continue our discussion, let me here pinpoint our finger on a very important you just mentioned here, which is assassination. Now, for the Israel has admitted the assassination of Haniya openly. It's other of the Hamas and Hezbollah leaders, and even went further to say that it would target other figures, also Houthi figures. Do you think Israel will be able to do that, particularly that the lack of the Israeli intelligence or its ability to infiltrate the Houthis?
Yes, I think this is the problem of Israel, is that they have no any intelligent, that's even spies inside Yemen. But I think it's maybe, as you know, there are many of even the capability of Israel to reach maybe to some countries besides Yemen, like Gulf countries. So I think this is one of the solution that Israeli could, that go ahead with assassination of some leaders of Yemen in order to overcome the problem of launching missiles against Israel. Otherwise, the Houthis still will continue. Still, that's launching missiles against Israel, which will cause many problems to the Israeli government and also to the Israeli people. And as we saw yesterday and before 2 3 days, now the Houthi announced Abdul Malik al-Houthi, the leader, that they will continue supporting Gaza, and they will continue launching, that's even missiles. That's when Abdul Malik al-Houthi, the leader of, was talking and speech, the Israeli was going there and attacking Sana'a and the other places in Yemen. So I think Israeli will think, how could they reach to some leaders of Houthi in order to kill them, like what they did with Haniya. Haniya has been killed, that in Tehran, which is the center of the terrors, as they said, in Iran. And he was guest of the Iranian, and the Israeli could reach to there by their intelligence. And also Hassan Nasrallah, and also others like Sinwar, and the others. So Israel is thinking maybe in the future or the coming future how they could deal with the problem of Houthi.
Now, Israel's military has carried out multiple strikes in Yemen, including Hodeidah. Now, what would be the end of that, or its repercussions on the humanitarian situation in Yemen, particularly with the dire humanitarian situation there?
Yes, I think it will influence negatively on the people there, humanitarian, especially the Israeli now strikes. As you know, they bombed some of the petroleum center and also the energy. And I think in the future, maybe the Israeli will do what they did in Gaza. They will go there and they will bomb maybe the hospitals and some of the maybe main centers in Yemen, which is the humanitarian, which is like schools or universities or hospitals. This is Israeli that they could use like what they did in Gaza. So I think it will influence negatively on the life in Yemen. But I don't think that the Houthi will stop. I think they will respond, and they will bomb Israel like what they did before.
But how about the humanitarian dire situation in Yemen, sir?
You mean the humanitarian?
Yes, the flow of goods, the ability of much
Yes, yes,
needed goods to be delivered to
yes.
Yemenis in such dire situation they are already suffering from.
Yes, I think this is what the Israelis using like this is that they bombing the that's the ports and as you said about the goods. So I think it will influence on and the economics in Yemen, and also it will influence also on the life of the people because when they bomb that's the ports, they will stop the goods and they will stop shipment there, and they will suffer. I think they will suffer from the lack of arriving the goods to the people, to the Yemen. Yes, I think it will influence negatively on the life of the people there. But you know that this is Yemen. I think they know about this matter, and they said that they will respond. Even they suffering from what happening on the ports, the lack of the goods, but Yemen is different from the other countries. Yemen is different from Syria and Lebanon and even Gaza. Yemen is like mountains. Yemen is people. Uh, Even their natural is different from the other people even in the Arab world.
Now, the UN Security Council is due to meet over Houthis' attacks on Israel, but Israel's actions in Yemen seems to have received little international condemnation or response.
I don't think that they will, because they will, as you know, even the international community will, maybe there are some condemn against Israel. They are attacking there, but the Israeli, they have their story, which is that they are defending the, by the, and that's because the Yemen is launching missiles against Israel. So this is the response, is that they want to stop this missile to reach to Israel. And also, you know that even the United Nations or the international community or the Security Council, you know that America is there. So I don't think that even Israeli is take care from this, because they know that they have the coalition, which is the United States of America and the Security Council or in the United Nations.
So, how do you assess the UN's role in addressing Israel's actions? And do you believe the international community is turning a blind eye to Israel's role or the Israeli actions and the escalating or the escalation of the conflicts?
You mean the international community or the United Nations?
I mean, how do you assess the role played by the UN? And from your point of view, is the international community on purpose is turning a blind eye to Israel's actions and role in escalating the conflict in the Middle East?
Yes, I think they even they don't take care, or they are not interested what happening in the Middle East, what Israel is doing. There is genocide in Gaza. The people is today for children, newborn children have been killed, have been died from the cold. يعني beside the starvation, beside the bombing of Israeli, beside the cold, nobody is care what's happening in Gaza. Nobody is even stopping pressure on Israel or anything against Israel. Israel is doing what they want to do there. This is genocide. This is something didn't happen in the history. So yes, I think the international community is not doing anything, and they let Israel do what they want to do, because this is the interest of the countries in the world, and I don't think that they are interested, or they are take care what's happening in Gaza. So what happening also in the Middle East or in Yemen or in South Lebanon, Israel is doing what they want to do. Today, there is a report said that one of the Israeli Security Council was working before. He said that Israeli will be like a regional power in the Middle East, which will be like, that's like even like Turkey or maybe much more. So Israeli could put their power, their hand in the Middle East, and they could overcome all the problems. They bomb Syria, they bomb South Lebanon, Gaza, Iraq, Yemen, anywhere. So this is give the Israeli to be like a superpower in the Middle East.
Now, how do you view the overall security situation in the region if these strikes continue?
Look, I don't. Maybe Israel, if it still continue to launch missiles from Houthi against Israel, I think Israeli government or maybe the Israeli IDF army, they will take a plan which they said that they maybe will go to the head of this, which is Tehran. So, and this is things that maybe Trump didn't want this to happen. And because of this, I don't think that Israel will make any action against Tehran. Just they will bomb Houthi, response to if the Houthi launching missiles in Israel. And it's depending on the casualty in Israel. If some of the missiles reach to Israel and make maybe problems here, I think Israel will think and they will also coordinate with United States of America to take that's the permission to maybe attack Tehran, maybe with the coalition like United States of America and like Britain. So it's depending on the attacking and response of this maybe in the coming days.
Now, Israeli sources have said that the Yemeni strike will not be the last. Now, what does this mean exactly?
Be the law. Will not.
Yes.
Yes, I think Israeli will continue bombing. They will continue bombing, and they will continue to bomb the main, that main centers in Yemen or main, that's like energy, like petroleum, like the ports, even like I said, the main, that's vital, like universities or like maybe yeah, in the future, in the coming days, I think Israeli will not let any place in Yemen which will be important for the people to be bombed. So they will continue. It will not be the last one, but it will continue. Even the Yemen, this is depending, as maybe I will tell you something. This is depending on the situation in Gaza. If there will be like a deal agreement, I think it will be finished. It will be, nothing will happen after that. As Houthi said that they will continue to support Gaza. If Israeli continue the war, the Houthi will continue to launch missiles again, attack Israel. So I think it's depending on the situation in Gaza also.